So, John, obviously, we heard from Dave after the Scunthorpe defeat. Obviously, a few days on, you've had no doubt watched the tape. What were your main thoughts off the back of that result?
I think it's one of those games where I thought we played well. I thought we passed the ball well. We just couldn't get the goal. They've had a breakaway, scored one of those goals that he probably won't score again, and they've been able to sit behind the ball. And unfortunately, we haven't been able to break them down. It was frustrating, but not as frustrating as the Morecambe game where I didn't think we passed the ball well. I thought on the Tuesday night, I thought I couldn't complain with how we played. It was just getting the ball in the back of the net.
Well, I was going to say, is that arguably it's not all on the players, but it is just those fine margins rather than you playing badly. We can look at the results, the FA Cup and the 2 back-to-back league defeats, but you're generally okay with the performances that you're seeing from your players?
We've probably played as well as we played all season, if not better, the last couple of games. So that's how it goes sometimes. When it's not your day, it's not your day, and that's how it appears at the moment. But if we keep playing the way that we're playing, eventually we'll start to get the results.
We know you always keep yourself grounded. What's the mood been like with the players? Obviously, it's a rarity under your leadership, back-to-back league defeats. How have they reacted to these 2 results?
I just determined really to try and put it right again. We're still in a good position, and nothing a win won't obviously a win will change everything again.
Certainly would. The 2020 question of fitness, but also COVID. Are there any potential absentees that we need to be aware of ahead of the weekend?
Well, we've got 1 or 2 who are a little bit doubtful, but obviously keeping that close to our chest. Don't want to give anything away, but we'll just see today how they come through.
And anyone in your thoughts that obviously, I guess on the golf front, we've seen obviously Cullen had his start against Scunthorpe. Tom Pope's had a run. Theo Robinson. What's your view on, because it obviously gets a lot of attention, who's getting the goals mainly? Is it up to the player to grab that shit and keep hold of it? Are you keen to rotate given this fixture congestion?
Obviously, with what's going on, then especially with Tom, I think it's important that we rotate him because to play Saturday, Tuesday is asking a lot from him. So, no, we're just looking. Like I say, the other night we played well with Mark and the team, but we didn't get the goals. So, but his overall performance was good. No, whatever works, then that's what we're looking for, just to get the right combination. But say up until this week, things have been going along quite nicely.
Harry McCurdy, lots of fan talk about how impressed they've seen from him. Is he getting further in the pecking order as looking for a potential league start?
Yeah, Harry's when he's come on, he's looked lively. Obviously against the young Liverpool team, he did very well. And he's something different than what we've got.
Newport, it seems a daunting task. Top of the league, they haven't lost at home. 5 wins from 5. You probably, no doubt, watched the tape. What's your thoughts on how they've started the season?
Yeah, they've changed the style, how they play. They play a lot more football now, and it's been working for them. But as we know, that when we've played the better teams, we tend to brings the best out in us. So hopefully that'll be the case on Saturday.
What's the thoughts this season, John, about going away? Because equally is throughout all of football. Are you potentially heading to top of the league with a full stadium? How are you and the players approaching big games, but knowing that obviously the fan element is largely missing? Does it make it easier?
It does. It makes it a lot easier, and that is obviously the problem this season is to get everybody motivated, which I don't think we've had a problem with. It's just that when we play at home, obviously we've got a bigger crowd than most, and they can have a big effect on the game. which we're not getting that advantage at the moment. But as you say, when you do go away, then the crowd can have a big effect, and it's easier to see games out than perhaps it would have been when there's a crowd there.
Have the players been quite open about that? That sometimes maybe when they haven't quite felt at it, they're potentially suggesting that it is just different? Because I know we talk about the Premier League, they've been at it since June, but relatively still for the Football League, it is quite a newish experience still to get to grips with.
No, it is different. It's, there's no, say the fans are not having an effect, and it is completely different, because it's like the other day against Tranmere, when you're 3-2 up with minutes to go, crowd can play a massive part in it, and keep the lads going. And same in when you're 1-0 down, and the crowd get behind you, and it has an effect on the opposition. Likewise, when you're away, when we were at Oldham, it was 2-1. You never felt, as though you were under any pressure. It's had a huge effect, and that's why I think there's a lot of strange results happening throughout football.
And the fact that for Vale, so fewer draws, what do you potentially put that down to?
I don't know. You just don't. Sometimes you just can't fathom it out. But obviously we've won more, and that's what we're trying to do. We were trying to get away from the fact that a lot of the games we were drawing when we should have been winning. But no, it's we just got to keep our heads, keep going. I think we're in a better position than we were this time last year, and if we can keep improving, then we're going to finish in a high position.
Newport are the only League Two side to score in every game. Does that factor into your planning and your comments to the players that they are obviously a huge attacking threat, so we need to be equally defending, but we are probably going to have to score if we want to at least get a point out of that trip?
No, not really. We don't have to change the way that we play. We know when we play teams like Newport, then it brings out the best in us. Obviously, we're aware of their threats, and obviously they've got one or two good players, but we still concentrate on ourselves.
Okay. The last couple from me, John. Thanks for your time. The 5 substitutions have been introduced this week. Was that something you were in favour of, and how can that play a role in Port Vale for the rest of the season, do you feel?
It wasn't something I was in favour of. I think it helps the teams with the most money, and but no, it's something that we'll look at. You can make 3 substitutions as such. So if you want to get 5 on the pitch, you've got to do it in 2 2s and a 1. But no, it's something that will play a part, especially with us now having played Saturday, Tuesday. It's something that could help us.
And competition for places, the players maybe there. I understand your potential, the bigger picture of bigger squads, but maybe for morale amongst the team, that potentially those on the bench as well, perhaps an increase in the chance that they can get on and make and play a role in their game.
That's right. So it does keep them on the toes, and so they'll be preparing as though they're going to get on, more so than obviously when you've just got the 3 substitutes.
And just the last one from me, obviously we had the sad news about John Poole and Stan Trafford. I just wanted to know if you had any comment on that at all, please.
No, it's really sad. I knew John Poole because he played with my dad, and I'd seen him around, and I know that he was a huge Vale supporter. Not only did he play for the Vale, but he was a huge supporter, him and his wife. No, it's sad, but I just obviously condolences to both families. And they'll be missed.
Thank you very much, John.
Cheers. Thank you.
John, just one for me, really. I wanted to ask you about Manny's return and how important that is, especially with you missing Luke Joyce at the moment.
Yeah, I thought Manny came in on Tuesday and played really well. I was surprised at how well he did. He's probably as good a player as we had on the pitch. The game probably suited him because we had a lot of the ball. but I thought his overall play was really good because obviously somebody like Joyce you're going to miss, and but I thought Manny filled his shoes really well.
Yeah, is Luke Joyce one of the last people you want to miss, really? You needed Manny to put in that sort of performance.
Yeah, because with Luke, not only his football, the side of it, his organisation when he's on the pitch as well, and his encouragement helps the other players. So, but no, I thought Manny slotted in there, and he's probably his best position is sitting midfield player. Although we know he can play higher up.
Oh right, okay, yeah, because we've seen him more in an attacking role, really. But you think he can do that sort of sitting role?
Yeah, when he played for Aldershot, that's where he played mostly. Was that position. So I'd seen him more in that position prior to him coming to the Vale.
That's great for me. Thanks, John.